Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another Fallout 4 mod review, and today we are checking out a brand new sniper rifle, and that's going to be the Escape from Boston CheyTac M200 Intervention by SalientPhantom. Now that is a bit of a mouthful of a title, but what this is going to do is add in the M200 Intervention, a very popular sniper rifle from media, something very recognizable from Modern Warfare 2. This is a classic bolt-action sniper that many of you will recognize from different games. But most importantly, this thing is really cool and very well implemented into Fallout 4. Now, right off the bat, you're going to see that this is a pretty modern, tactical-looking sniper, so those of you who do run lore-friendly load orders are going to struggle to try to fit this thing in and have it make sense. But all of that aside, this thing is very, very high quality. So if you are running a tactical modern load order, this thing is perfect for you, and you should absolutely throw it in your game as a new heavy sniper alternative. This weapon is actually added to the level list, so you will find it out in the world on enemies at higher levels. Specifically after level 25 on different raiders and gunners, this thing will be shooting back at you, so be careful as this thing is chambered in 50 caliber. Now, the typical M200 isn't really chambered in 50 cal, but the author just made it simple and used a vanilla ammo type rather than adding in a new ammo for you to have to find out in the world to be used with this one specific weapon, which, to be fair, I prefer for compatibility's sake. Now, of course, this weapon has a bunch of attachments at the weapons workbench, and it also has compatibility with some other mods to make it even cooler. For example, it does have tactical reload support, as well as see-through scopes and the sniper scope framework. Taking a look at the weapon in-game, here are the stats of a very basic version of the Intervention with no attachments. It's going to have a base damage of 125 as it is shooting 50 caliber rounds, has a fire rate of 3 since it is a bolt action, a range of 371, an accuracy of 79, a weight of 27.8 pounds, making this thing very heavy, and a value of 690 caps, which is a little bit high, but you won't be finding this thing until after level 25, where you're probably pretty settled financially anyways. Alright, now let's talk animations. For starters, we have a nice equipping animation. Something to note with this weapon is it does have some built-in inertia, so as you wiggle it around the screen, you'll see the weapon kind of sways behind your hand, which is nice for immersion. Now, before we fire this thing, I just want to say, this weapon might have the best sound design I've heard in a mod in a very long time. I absolutely adore the firing sound of this mod. It's just incredible. So let's go ahead and have a look and listen to firing and reloading. So, absolutely incredible. I love the way that this thing sounds when it's unsuppressed. Now then, let's go ahead and have a look at the suppressed option so you can hear how that sounds as well. And also, I want to show off that sniper scope framework. When you ADS with this and you have that installed, you have a pretty nice reticle that's actually not blacking out your entire screen. Now, most of this is coming from the other mod, but it does pair pretty nicely with the sniper as recommended by the mod page. Now let's go ahead and have a listen to the suppressed sounds. Pretty good stuff. I absolutely love this mod. This is probably going to find a pretty permanent place in my load order, even with how modern it is. Let's go ahead and check out the melee animations. And then grenade throwing. Alright then, now let's check out the sniper at the weapons workbench to see what kind of stuff we can throw on here to customize it to our liking. Now, of course, you can go the standard sniper route and throw on a big scope and a suppressor, perfect for long-range sniping, though there are some optional files that actually add more short-range scopes and laser sights, a short barrel, which is pretty cool if you want to have a short-range sniper for whatever reason. Now, what's pretty interesting is this mod actually uses the short scopes in an optional file, so if you download the basic version of this mod, it'll mostly have sniper scopes, but you can have red dots and things as an additional file if you so please. But for those of you who would never use that, you don't need to take up the space in your load order, which is pretty cool. So let's grab the basic version of the Intervention, load it up in here and see what we can do with it. Starting with the receiver, it's busted down into tiers. We have tier 1 through 5, all of which are going to increase the damage. The different tiers requiring different ranks of gun nut, and the final tier requiring max gun nut and also the sniper perk. Now, the basic tier 1 receiver gives you a damage of 125, and the fully upgraded receiver gives you 204, so a pretty nice damage upgrade. For barrels, we do have two different barrel lengths, 22 inches and 29 inches, and you can also choose to have them in a suppressed variant. So there are no muzzle devices with this mod, you just have the suppressed barrels. For magazines, we have the standard magazine, the explosive mag, and the incendiary mag. If you throw on the explosive, it will actually give you a damage increase as well, so that's pretty nice. For scopes, we have a bunch of scope options, as I do have those optional files enabled. We actually have three different types of iron sights, with the Command Arm iron sights, the KAC micro iron sights, and the Chris Defiance iron sights, which I actually really like, having multiple options of iron sights, just for more customizability. We have the Aimpoint Comp M4 reflex sight, the Axion Cobra, the Elcan Spectre in black and flat dark earth, the EOTech 552 hollow sight, Leupold hammer sight, the Monstrum Compact Prism 2x32, the OKP-7 red dot, the Sig Sauer Bravo 4, the Trijicon TA-11D, basically an ACOG sight, the VOMZ PLAD, the Vortex Razor, the Vortex Spark 2, the Walther MRS, the Zenit PK06, the Henselt FF 4-16x56, the same option but with no see-through scopes, so one of these is going to be a see-through scope variant and the other is not. So depending on if you have see-through scopes installed, you can choose whichever one best suits your load order. We have the Leupold 3.5-10 Mark IV, again with a no see-through scope option, and that's going to be true for all of these scopes that we go through. The Nightforce ATAC R 4-16x42, the Nightforce NXS 5.5-22x56, the Trijicon IR Hunter, the Vortex Razor HD Gen 3, again with that no see-through scope option. So a lot of really cool scopes that you can choose from there. Now we do have the option for a bipod. We have none, folded, and unfolded. For the top rail, we can choose to throw on some different laser sights. For the stock, you can choose to have it extended or folded. For the pistol grip, you actually have a bunch of options with the Fab Defense, the Hogue Overmolded, the Magpul in black or flat dark earth, the Magpul MOE, and the Troy Control, which is very, very vertical. And finally, you do have some color options with the standard black, the black topographical pattern, the blue tiger, the digital forest, the flat dark earth, the Russian, white, and winter. Personally, I really like the Russian pattern. Really classic modern warfare looking camo, but it suits this weapon pretty well. Alrighty then, it is now time to do the damage test for today. We'll be testing this weapon twice, once with the standard variant of the rifle with absolutely no attachments and no perks, and then one more time with a fully upgraded receiver as well as the explosive rounds to get the maximum damage out of the weapon that we can, again with no perks, just so we can see how the weapon performs on its own. Just keep in mind that if you have a fully upgraded rifleman perk, it will be doing double the damage that we see here. So, starting with the standard version of the intervention, let's see what we do against a standard Deathclaw. So we put him down about 5 shots, and you may have noticed that there was a pretty substantial difference in some of those shots. 2 of those were down low, and some of them were in his weak spot. So on the weak spot, as you can see, you were doing crazy high damage versus his normal armor, which is going to tank a lot of these shots, surprisingly. Let's see how we do with the explosive rounds against this Deathclaw here. We'll go for his weak spot first to see if we can put him down in 1 shot. And we did knock him over, but we didn't kill him, so this is going to take 2. So, fully upgraded receiver with explosive rounds is putting down a standard Deathclaw in 2 shots. Again, that's not even with any perks, so if you do have perks, you'll probably be putting down Deathclaws with 1 well-aimed shot at their weak spot. Pretty good stuff. So yeah, guys, that is the Escape from Boston CheyTac M200 intervention by SalientPhantom. And this is an incredible mod. It really is. This is a wonderful new sniper rifle to add to your game. Another thing to use 50 caliber ammo, which can be rare depending on your load order. And honestly, this one's just very well executed. It has beautiful custom animations, a ton of really cool attachments, leveled-less integration. What more could you ask for? This is a great sniper. If you're running a modern tactical load order, it shouldn't even be a question. This thing should just be going straight into your game. If you're running a load order that is a little bit more lore friendly, again, this may not exactly fit the style you're going for, but honestly, it's a really fun one and it's at least worth trying out. And who knows, maybe you'll fall in love with it. Either way, if you want to try this mod out for yourself, it will be linked down in the description below. So give it a try and make sure to let the mod author know how much you love it. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to drop a rating, subscribe if you haven't already for more videos just like this, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace! And really quick, I'd like to make a shout out to all of our patrons. Your donations are greatly appreciated and really help to support the channel and videos just like this one. So again, thank you.